Howdy, howdy, everybody out there in YouTube land. Welcome back to the Diabolical Dungeon. Ha 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 ha. I don't know why I'm calling it that. It just seems, right now, it just seems a little bit creepy because it's like the only room in the house that I haven't got organized. Look over here. Look at all this stuff. It's crazy. I'm like in a little box right here. In order for me to get out, I have to move this thing, and I didn't want to get back into that situation. I want to have a nice dedicated review station. And the other problem that I have is I want to start using the laptop to do some OBS work and some, I got the share yard on the phone, different things that I can do. But the problem is that I can't even get internet into this room like solidly. Like I can watch some stuff here and there, but if I'm on the other side of the room where the table is, forget about it. So what I really need to do is I need to get a good setup. That's my next plan. But let's talk about what I've been working on with my cards. I left it over there. See, that's the problem. I have a piece of paper that I started working on routines, writing down the routines and stuff. So let's start with a basic trick. Okay, this is an example, an excerpt, because I always like to share with what other people are doing. If you're not watching Doug Conn, pause this video, shut it off, go watch his videos. You're going to get so much. If you like magic, if you want to be entertained, he's the one that you want to watch. He's the guy that you need to see. Period. There's a bunch of other people on YouTube that are teaching some fantastic things. Obviously, right now I follow Doug Conn, and he just has some great source material. Now, I've talked about this trick on the channel before because it is, as he put it, like, in my opinion, if I'm doing a review of what his video was, it's a beginner trick, and then he added some extra elements to it. Well, in reality, 100% agree. This is the first trick. This is an opening trick. This is a trick that you can start with, and it is so simple. This is the trick that if somebody asked me, if a kid asked me, if anybody asked me, can you teach me a magic trick? This is the technique I show them because it is so easy, very easy. He talks about a couple of subtleties, and he also talks about ways to improve it and other magic tricks that utilize it, and absolutely brilliant, absolutely gorgeous work. Go check it out. But we're gonna talk about it here in a little bit of detail. This is our magic theory segment where we're talking about cards, we're talking about performances, and we're talking about people, using examples of people who are either teaching this or talking about this right now. And Doug Conn does a weekly Wednesday training, and then he also just launched a membership where he does Sunday lives where he teaches you stuff. You need to check this stuff out, people. This is a must. It's on YouTube. It's free content. Why would you not be out there learning these fantastic card tricks and card handlings? So here we go. Basic trick. The nice thing about this trick is if I go to shuffle the cards, 100% shuffled. Try not to crimp the cards for this particular example. So we're shuffling them up. Let's go ahead and there we go. Nice little riffle shuffle. Okay. Boom. Trick is set up. That's the nice thing about what we're doing here. It's already set up. So if I were to go into a presentation with somebody, I'd say, hey, look, what if I could create a small moment for you? Not necessarily a miracle. We can work our way up to a miracle. But for right now, what we're going to do is we're going to try to create a moment that can bring you in. Okay? And the way that we do that is we have to envision the cards as a conduit. Okay? And we need to form a connection between the two of us. And the way that we're going to do that is I am going to have the key and you're going to have the door. Okay? So we need to open these doorways between the two of us and create this moment. Okay? So why don't we go ahead and we'll spread through the cards, and we're going to have you pick a card. Okay? So let's say they pick a card right here towards the center. Okay. Very good. Okay, so go ahead and take a look at your card. It's in the blind spot. Okay, and go ahead and put it on in the middle of the pack there. We'll go ahead and finish it up. Okay, so now we're going to square this up. Now remember how I said that I have the key, okay, and you're the doorway. So we're trying to open this pathway between us to create a moment that we can both kind of revel in, right? And how are we going to do that? Okay, so there's a couple of different ways that we can do that. One of the ways that we'll do it is we could just get a feel for it. Okay, let's get a feel for it. Okay, can we get a feel for it? So we have a lot of cards in this pack, but only one of them is yours. So how can we create this connection? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn over the cards, okay? And we can go a little bit faster here, but we're going to try to create this connection. And this is going to lead to this moment that we can build up to a bigger miracle. But at first, let's just open up this doorway here. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about something in your mind. I want you to think about your card, but don't say anything. Don't give me any indication. I just want you to think your card. And as I'm coming through the cards here, I'm going to be looking, okay, and thinking about it. Now, here's the beauty about a trick like this, okay? You're on the other side of the camera and I'm recording. So when you're watching this video later on, okay, and as you're watching, I'm actually gonna be able to see the future. That's how strong this connection is gonna be between us in this particular situation. Okay, so just think about it. Think about it. Okay, here we go. This has got to be it right here. I hope we're right. The Holy Trinity. Boom, we've got a 3 of diamonds. And this can say a lot about us too. So not only did I stop on your card, oh, and I'm pretty sure it's your card. Not only did I stop on your card, okay, but this card represents a lot of great things in magic, does it not? The Holy Trinity, the Triforce, so many things in divinity, spirituality, and religion, everything comes together, comes into this idolization of the number 3. And it's a number that in itself has a lot of power. Okay, so this moment that we have created is just such a beautiful moment. Okay, now the question is, what kind of miracle can we create with this card? So let's pause right there. Let's pause. Okay. We've already located, we had a card freely selected. You picked it. I found your card. We created this small moment where we went through the whole pack. Boom, found your card. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay. So, what a great trick. Okay. And I use the word key in it to indicate this. So, go check out Doug Conn's video for the key card. Okay. Because absolutely phenomenal. Okay. And I love it as a trick. Okay, we can build on what we've got here and we can go into a phase 2. We've already got a card selected. You can go into ambitious card, or you can do whatever you want from this point. You have so many options because now a card has been selected by them that you found. Okay, beautiful. So now imagine that you're going to teach something like this to a child. Now, I would highly recommend they go watch Doug Conn's video so that they can really pick up those pointers. And I don't want to reteach any of those things that Doug did. You'll probably be able to see some of the stuff that I picked up from him just watching his video, because it's all about subtleties. It's all about the performance. It's all about getting this notion of the spectator has to be captivated by what you're doing. And I'll think about it like this. So I watch, I do some music stuff. Obviously, you've seen this, and I watch some other YouTubers that do voice acting, or they'll do voice reviews, things like that. And I remember seeing one, without going into a whole lot of detail about it. The guy was reviewing a celebrity's voice, and he was talking about something and it might seem unrelated, but we'll connect the dots here for you. Is when you're singing, there's you can change the volume of your voice, but you don't want to change the intensity of it. I mean, you can depending on the style that you're singing in, but you can lose that breath if you're forcing too much or not forcing enough. So there's a lot of nuances to singing that really just takes place internally. So the same thing when you consider the way that I like to think about it is this close up pad, but and this table and myself and the camera, all of this is a small part of the universe that I'm trying to envelope. I'm not going to say control because that's too much on the nose. We're talking about, we're not trying to just control them. We're trying to solicit certain feelings from them. That's why we have different genres. We have the horror genre, we have the comedy genre, we have the adventure genre. You want somebody to feel adrenaline, pumped up, adventure, sword fighting, gunfights, you know, car movies, you're fast and stuff. If you want to laugh, then you're going to watch comedians and stuff. And I highly recommend that. And I've said it before, if you want to be a magician, watch comedians, go out to improv, go to your local theater group, and participate in some way. You can either just be a hand, but if you want to perform and you want to be in the front of people, you need to be in front of people performing. It's a skill. So that's what I recommend to people. So for this trick, it's not just about the trick, and this is something that Doug says. This is something that everybody says. This is, if you're a magician and you're teaching people and you know anything about teaching or just in general, one of the first things that you want to be able to do is you want to know your trick. Just know how to do your trick. That's all there is to it. Okay? If I want to be able to teach somebody how to do this, then I don't want to drop cards all over the place like I just did. It's fantastic. And I feel like it's partially my angle here. So I'll try to come up a little bit further here for you so you can see. Not that I'm trying to teach it at this moment. I'm just trying to show you that that isn't something that should look forced. So that's one of the things to keep in mind, is that when you're performing, and performing is the iceberg. Let's put it that way, okay? For you guys, I use a lot of analogies, a lot of metaphors, because that's just the way that I use examples of things. Magic is an iceberg, okay? And the small point that you can see above the water is the trick. That's some tricks are a little bit more heavy than other things, but think about it like sleights. You're not gonna you shouldn't see a lot of the sleights. There's a lot of things that I do that you shouldn't see, and I'm still looking at my angles here. But yeah, there's certain things that you shouldn't see when I do it, and that's just a given, right? So that being the case, when you want to talk about sleights, it's an iceberg, like literally an iceberg, because all of the work is happening. However, it's still just an iceberg, so it doesn't look like anything else. That's the ticket, right? Whenever you do something, you want it to look the same as when you're not doing something. And that way, you're creating this even scope of things where they don't know when something happened. You can create a moment where they think something happened. But I think, as Jason has pointed out, if somebody can explain to you how something is done, even if it isn't the answer to how it's done, in their mind they've solved it, and they've lost the mystery. So, and I agree to that to a certain extent. So that being the case, you know, I don't mind like doing these like mess up type of tricks so that you kind of stumbled, but it's problematic because some people are just rational thinkers in the sense that when they see a trick, they're just going to dissect it. That they're not going to be able to enjoy the performance because it's all about the dissection of the trick. So the idea of performance being a majority of the iceberg, a majority of what you do, you need to be able to perform. You need to be able to talk to people. And if you have to focus on your trick, then how does the saying go? No brain, no bueno. I don't say it very often. No bueno. I'm not even sure what that translates to, so maybe I shouldn't use it. But my point being is that this is the key card technique, and if you're getting into Magic, I would recommend learning this and learning the subtleties that Doug teaches, because those fundamentals are going to stack, and it's going to build a foundation that you're going to be able to take to the next level, because he teaches you how to use the keycard technique in conjunction with other tricks. And that, boom, that right there is the whole shebang for what we're talking about here. Is you want to build. We talked about this when we did our we debuted our, let's see if I could actually pull it off here. um, the Nope, problematic. I don't know if it's because I'm at a weird angle here, but Twisted Rain. So just breaking down Twisted Rain for you. So you want to have a certain grip on the cards. You want to break off a part of the pack, bring it around, grab it, bring it back, twist it around, create your fan over here, revolution cut, flip over, which I kind of knew at this angle that was going to be awkward, but salvaged. Okay, from here, close it up on the thumb, wrap it around over to here. So as I'm talking about it, I'm actually talking about the different pieces of that situation, because most things can be broken down into smaller components for you to learn. So for instance, let's say I was going to do something like this. Okay, and now what I have here is I have a nice little moment that is being created for your viewing pleasure. And I'm still working on it, so see if I can pull it off here. I'm losing my grip a little bit. Reset and open it up. Now this is the part where I'm still trying to figure out the, if is that good enough? Like that's the opening right there, the 5 packets, and then do a simple close. So yes, the Sybil cut. I have been practicing the Sybil cut. And why is that? Because I've been working on my cardistry, because I want to have these fine-tuned motor skills to be able to do other things in my performance. And I just started that yesterday. So, don't don't say anything, or say stuff. Let me know down below what you thought about it. Could have been a weird angle. Who knows? So performance key card, very simple key card. It's not even, I didn't even give away how it's done, because it's I want you to watch Doug's video, and I want you guys to appreciate what it is that he offers and listen to the subtext of what's actually happening there, and it will take you way further, okay, in your Magic. It'll take you way further. So thank you very much for listening to me rant. Thank you for joining me in the diabolical dungeon. And I hope you enjoyed. We were just talking a little bit about some Magic. We talked about some card stuff. And so now, because this is more of an open forum where we're doing more of a video blog. Blog is, yeah, I think it's a vlog. So what we're talking about now is, we did a little bit of Magic for you. We want to get back into doing other tricks. We don't want to just be about cards. We want to practice coins. We want to do some rope work. We want to do some ring work. We haven't even touched the sponge balls, and I love sponge ball Magic. There is still a trick that I would love to be able to perform. I haven't even done cups and balls yet. Come on. This is bad, right? I need to have a solid cups and balls routine in my repertoire in order for me to even consider myself a magician. No pun intended for Josh. No, he's great. He's got fantastic stuff. So hopefully I'll be able to start doing that. And my plan is that let's think about, okay, so cards is a big one. Coins is another big one. Everything else is kind of like, if you think about, ropes can be a big one. Ring, a lot of the ring stuff transfers over. Sponge balls can be its own thing, but maybe even cups and balls. So I've got maybe like 3 or 4 days right there. So what I could do is I could do a video where I turn on the camera and we just learn and practice different tricks. So I could have one day a week where we talk about cards. I have one day a week where we do only coin stuff. So basically, I get out all the coins that I have and we only work on coin stuff. We get out our books and we learn coin material. And we'll read out of the book. Um, Things like that. So that's kind of really what I want to do. It's kind of a learn with me segment, kind of like what Card Mechanic does. Um, but I want to be able to do more than just card stuff. So I want to have maybe 3 or 4 days a week dedicated to Magic. Boom. Then I want to get back into the social media stuff because I want to start delivering you guys some fantastic content there. And I wanted July to be a fantastic schedule, but unfortunately it just got away from me. I've been working, different things like that. August, I'm going to be going on vacation for a week, so I might do my videos ahead of time and just upload them, just have them scheduled to go up. So that's, but what I really want to do is I want the fourth quarter to be accelerated because we just got a Google check. So again, thank you. I thank you guys every single time because people are watching my videos and I'm getting paid, and it's absolutely phenomenal considering, as I pointed out before, an entire year. We're talking an entire year of 2020, and in January I got $100, and it's July, and we're talking 7 months, and I got a Google check, which is fantastic considering last year. So if I can get another Google check by the end of the year, awesome. So phenomenal. That's really what we're looking for. That way we can really start, and we got to get the studio set up. that's what we really like to do, is get this set up. And what else, So if August could be a stellar month where we could do 4 or 5 videos a week, that gives us at least 20 videos up. What I did in the old days, back when I was doing tour reviews, is I did almost 70 videos in 1 month, and that propelled me to about $200 in December. So I got paid out the next January $200, and that was years ago at this point. So if I could do multiple videos a night, that would be potentially different tricks, or just different things. Because like Wednesdays I do card reviews, so that's something separate. Plus I could have 3 or 4 Magic days, so that's 4 or 5 days a week. So again, hitting that 5 days a week margin, but then doing multiple videos a day, like 2 or 3, then that gets us up to like 10. If I do 2 videos a day, that gets us 40 videos, and that's closer to the goal that I'm looking for. So I would really love to be able to put up at least 75 videos by the end of August, is really what I'm hoping to do. If not into September, maybe break that cap. So let's hope I can really pull this together. That's a lot of magic tricks to learn as well. So absolutely. So thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Go check out Doug Conn. That's all I got to say about that. So yeah. Remember, stay positive, stay active, and stay awesome. And we'll see you in the next one.